wait till I've introduced stuff to go any further with that, okay? Because the stream's already going on the intro screen. Hello everyone, Fangs of Fire here. Welcome to another tournament knockout match. Today we are watching Game 2 of the bracket of Snuff playing as the Hunters and Geo playing as Dracula. Now, and joining me in the commentary booth today is one of my old buddy, is Mr. Green. Hello.
Hello.
It's good to have you in the commentary booth again, buddy. For those who don't know, Mr. Green and I used to play back in the day when when it was like simply the spring regionals. Back in those days, MG and I would play practically daily. So a lot of my early training was through him. So in any event, so the Snuffleupagus won the first game, but Geo is stronger as Dracula. And let's not forget that through his Dracula play, he carried Scotsword through the Immortal Invitational. So let's not underestimate Geo's ability to try to make a comeback here. And Snuff, let me see, the music will go down for a moment as I take a peek at the table. One moment, folks. Yes. Snuff won with only 9 IES. If you can beat that and get more, he will get to choose roles. So he could, which they've already scheduled the tiebreaker match for later today, at 12:45 Eastern Time at 17:45 UTC. Which, if it okay, it looked like it was intending to be an accident start, but well, now that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Right, MG, keep an eye on keep an eye on the chat for
right.
me, would you? Speaking of which, let's make sure that, yeah.
Well, I only see Snuffleupagus in the chat so far. I'm just gonna check I'm in the right timestamp in the game. I think I'm correct. We were only just revealed Cologne.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm at the right.
But even more hilariously, the other Hunter event they drew on the first day was another Scouts after they picked him out with the first one.
Okay, well, I missed that completely.
Well, yeah, the stream is on a little bit of a delay, so you may want to come into the game as well. But keep an eye on the chat for folks asking questions and such. There are other games planned for the day apart from the tiebreaker match as well. Quincy and Spencer didn't end up playing their game on Friday, so they rescheduled it for today. They said, but I do not yet know the time. And then Strider and Terminus are going to be playing their reverse match at rather late tonight at what would be at 2 a.m. UTC, what would be tomorrow by UTC, 9 a.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll be covering that one as well. That's far too late for the European recorders to stay up that late. Rufus Smith. Okay. I imagine he'll use him to... Well, no. I actually... Will he search or will he use him to scout?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I would ally since you caught him so near to the coast.
Well, yeah, but it's interesting to know if he went to Amsterdam or not, because that's the annoying spot.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I have a small emergency, so I will be back in 5 minutes. But hopefully, nothing interesting will happen by now and then. We'll see you soon.
Well, if it does, I'll bring you up to date. Yeah. So Snuffleupagus wins this. That'll be his second win, and Gio will sadly have to leave from the tournament, squashing Scotsword's dream of a garlic farmer finals. but if Gio wins, he'll force a tiebreaker match. Yeah, and it's actually the winner of these two that goes up against Mr. Green. So MG can get a peek at will be able to get a peek at what his adversary is doing. Yep, and Snuff is actually throwing some banter at him about just that. Holy bullets on a rifle, okay. Oh. So, yeah. What's me showing there? Okay, so they have a newspaper. So, if they didn't know the general area of where the event first encounter is, they have a newspaper. To help them anyway. Gracious, they're getting tons of info. But then again, we've had these situations before. Aina, I've been found first turn in first day and still won. I'm pretty sure there are plenty who can recall such a game. And well, now he can choose whether or not to bother laying down vampires. And now he can also just save his rumor tokens for later, due to just the unlikeliness of whether stuff up there will mature at all. Especially since Mina's showing a stake. Wouldn't it be hilarious if they were to draw another newspaper now? Yeah, the hunters are not lacking in terms of information, but then again, the event deck can just go exactly the way you want it, and then but the item deck just made sometimes the item decks and tickets sometimes just don't cooperate. Like for instance, in round 4, when I was up against Strider 6x6, and I was the hunters, it was the other way. It was the exact opposite way. I had my horses ready to go within 2 days. I had renewed vigors. I had excellent weather, weather, consecrated ground, all sorts of goodies, but just no information. I got the minuscule information that he was somewhere over here from an evil presence, since that triggered when he was next to Seward. And that was all I knew. And that was when I was not quite yet ready to move about. So as a result, I ended up losing that match. If I had had more info, perhaps things would have gone better.
I'm back.
But, oh well. Yeah,
I
nothing...
see you're back to the Dracula hidden and just supplying state of the game.
Yeah, nothing particularly interesting has happened. I am showing a newspaper reports. And I was just going over how, while the event deck may well be cooperating in terms of info, what if he has nothing, not all that interesting so far as movement? Or if the take us in, the take us in, item decks aren't.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. Either you don't find the horses or you don't find the...
Yeah, I was going over how that happened in my game versus Strider, 6x6, in round 4. I literally had 2 horses buried at the very bottom of the pile, but and while I had brilliant events, I had no information, like next to no information.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Okay, Seward's got a horse, and he's not afraid to use it. And they did all pass for the night, so they seem to have their ticket economy rigged. Okay. Yep. So Nuremberg was the second to last.
So what was the first spot? Cologne?
Yeah, his starting location was Cologne.
There are a lot of options then for getting to.
Getting discovered the first day is not the end of the world. You recall my game in the Mole versus Crossroads for one.
Yeah.
Why was that a fun one?
I think I found the Pizza Wizard in not the first day maybe, but in an early scout. It didn't help me.
That is not much. It's nice to know what the general area he's in. Like
sure, it's always helpful, but
minimally so.
Yeah.
Okay, rats. Yeah, he just threw down a bunch of trash for just.
Yeah.
Since they know the general vicinity in which he is, so he's just throwing down a bunch of trash until that is minimized, until there are just more possibilities. I would probably wolf form next, because that could be a wolf form from Zurich, that could be a wolf form from Strasbourg, from Prague even.
Yeah.
So I would probably wolf form next if I were Dracula.
Well, it depends a little what positions they have as well. But yeah, Wolfram wouldn't hurt at this point.
Yeah, that could be him wolfing down until they locate the next the spot that's currently the place that he'd be wolfing from.
Yeah.
It could be in theory from all the way from Toulouse to Budapest.
Yeah, it's a big span.
Yeah, Budapest or Zagreb, that is. Vienna. Could go back up north, upward, down to the boot. All sorts of possibilities. Yep. Looks like she agrees that this is a good time to wolf form.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this will throw the hunters off his trail, at least for a little bit. It can buy him the time necessary to put down something a bit more meaningful than those rats. Although really anything would be more meaningful than that. Unless possibly a saboteur would be the closest thing.
For sure.
Depending on like when and how it triggered, that'd be the next least impactful one. Okay, so the first encounter is located at Frankfurt. Honestly, not all that surprising.
So Leipzig then?
I would assume. I would assume so, but there's also Strasbourg.
Yeah.
That would work.
It seems like that's the one you wanna have open for the move off to Nuremberg.
Yes, precisely my thinking as well. But well, it's not out of the question. And what if it is there, and Goldam supplied when he could have trained there?
Yeah.
To kill both of them at once. But then again, Seward does have an extra day, and he has a horse. So if he guesses wrong by going to Leipzig, Goldam can chase after the current trail, and Seward can horse to Strasbourg the next day.
I see they're mostly trash in the discard piles. Just a few rifles.
Yeah, the most remarkable things are the rifles. Pistol, not all that remarkable either. Oh, Mina's showing a money trail now. Well, ain't that dandy. Well, the way to make that into a trash event is to never go to sea.
She held a newspaper, so she showed the money trail
by using it. Yeah, and that was the only thing left in her hand. Mina is the worst person to hold that, and not only because of the fact that, well, Drac knows, but also because you want to be able to use it sooner in the cycle.
Yeah.
Unless you have a speed telegraph.
For sure. Well, he will have to move it around at some point.
I mean, he doesn't have to, per se.
No, for sure. No, that's of course. If he is willing to use the speedy telegraph, then...
If he has a speedy telegraph, of course.
Yeah.
As that is almost never a guarantee.
It's we can play it with Mina, of course.
Oh, good move. I like that. Now I have to wonder: is it Strasbourg? Is it Zurich? Is it Prague?
That's
On
makes
the
it a much bigger area to find him in.
Yes, because like I said, it can go all the way from Toulouse to like Budapest, Zagreb, Vienna, basically the early parts of the east.
Yeah, it's. I like that movie. You lose one encounter for them to you get a bigger area to hide in.
Yeah.
At this point, it might be about to just wait for the next newspaper. That gives Dracula time.
Yeah, I mean, Seward obviously will want to just take a peek at Leipzig.
Yeah, for sure. You still wanna clear the trail.
Yeah, it's finding
know.
finding what's after Frankfurt will eliminate one possible Wolfborn location.
It was Leipzig then.
Okay. And Goldaming is considering that you can get there by even a two white rail ticket. Goldaming is just as likely to be able to get there as Seward is.
Yeah, so is it after Leipzig, is it back to supplying then?
I mean, it may depend. I suspect that Goldaming was digging for a horse.
Yeah.
2 stakes in the discard now. All the garlicry's gone. Surprise, surprise. And stake number 3 is on Nina. So, Dracula, if Dracula wins the East, he may be able to lay down several vampires and only have to worry about 1 stake, at least for a while.
Yeah. How many scouts are there in the deck again? Is it 3 or 4?
There are 4 total. 2 have been drawn already, so there could be 2 more.
And 2 more newspapers. 4 in total. It seems like supplying is the best option. 3 clears Leipzig.
I might... If Mia has a horse, I might just check out Toulouse.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so he's having Goldaming address Leipzig. I think that makes sense because you want to get Seward somewhere where he can supply. Since he did spend a stake.
Seems to have 2 good tickets as well, since he preferred to horse over there.
Yeah, he seems to have found his horse. I suspect that's why he wasn't helping with that stuff.
Yeah. Well, it seems like he expects East. Well, it's a good city to be in just for supplying as well.
Yeah. And it's a good one for the boot as well, if he went that way. Yeah, Munich is just a major cross paths. Crossroads, I suppose.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, it's a
They're
reasonable
fairly
spot.
spread out for when they find it.
It's a reasonable spot to get to practically anywhere.
Yeah.
That is why folks tend to start art hunters in that general area. Okay, yeah, I can respect that. Especially if Van Helsing is holding a horse. Oh. This is well they got there. That means that Goldaming's stuck there for a day, but I don't think that will bother Snuff too much.
Oh no. That's why you need to check the trade. It's primarily hoax.
Yeah. And honestly, that's really what you need to do when you're discovered right away like that. But when you're trying to just lay down the stuff that it adventures, okay, it's nice, but barring hoax, it's not all that impactful, and bodyguards as well, and I suppose spy, basically things that are non-vamp cards, and then just save your vampires for later on. You can throw down aristocratics, sure, have them waste their stakes there. I say waste, but it's always nice to not be delayed. But
of course, hey, you win something either way. Either they lose a day or a stake.
Yeah, but now they've burnt a week of time, and now he could be in quite a broad region.
Yeah.
At this point, he could be It could be down at Alicante, moving into Granada. Although I doubt he'd move into Granada right now. I mean, he might. He might feel safe enough with the obscurity.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
at this point, he could be all the way in... I mean, he could literally be stepping onto the Black Sea coast.
Yeah.
So, he could literally be practically anywhere, barring England.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, now is a good time to start using Psychic Bond.
Do you think France seems like an unlikely place to be?
Yes, but it's... I'm just...
I would check Toulouse instead, just to explode Spain completely.
Yeah. Yeah, so Van Helsing does have the third horse.
But it seems like
that appears to be why Mino moved up there, which I can definitely respect that. Oh. Oh,
nice.
Bingo! Wowzies. Nice one.
Yeah, that's gave him a lot.
Yeah. Wow.
Very good. We need to scan now. Well, now it's a scan. Yes, scan would be useful for actually.
Yeah, scan would be useful as that would tell you whether he's in Marseille.
He's
or
most likely
in Spain.
He's most likely in Spain, I would say.
Yeah, but what else will Mina have to do?
I'm sure.
Unless,
I assume that they went there to trade though, unless he has.
Then have Van Helsing do that. Van Helsing do. Have Van Helsing do it. Because by that same token, unless he wants to trade off that money trail, what will Van Helsing have to do?
Well, Van Helsing always can find himself busy trading around all the events.
Yeah.
But, I think it's worth to scan here just to make sure.
Yeah, because if that's the case, you could potentially do a renewed vigor to have it. To just pounce on him at Genoa, or just potentially pounce on him at Genoa, with potentially all of the hunters.
Well, he will know in advance that he's there, so maybe he will take a safe move or try to make it as safe as he can. Well, I don't know where. Well, there's four spots still, so you need a renewed vigor and a bit of luck.
Well, not four. Well, yeah, there's still four. Yeah, there's all the different Italian spots, but you know that he'll go somewhere or another there. So you can have, you could have Gulaming. Chartered carriage 1, 2, 3 down to Milan. You can actually go to Milan with chartered carriage. Yeah. And then he can check Genoa or Zurich. Then Seward can just walk and horse to check 2 others.
By the way, did he scan?
I don't think so. We didn't see any or if they did, it was negative, and so he's in Spain.
Yeah, no Baltics, that's for sure.
Yeah, real quick, check the footage back.
Well, I expect him to go to 48 tomorrow. That would tell us for sure.
Well, on the one hand, maybe, but on the other hand, you do need to start clearing this trail, because who's considering?
All right. Well, one of them can go to Nantes, and that one.
Yeah. So that was an item trade that Van Helsing did. He gave her the horse.
If it was a negative scan, you don't necessarily need to go to 48 today.
yeah, if it.
But if you opted not to scan, it might be a good idea to go to 48.
I suppose a scan is not the biggest thing because after that local rumors, and you can just have a Seward horse down to 36, and that can be your second bond, in effect.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because positive or negative, you're gonna have Seward go there, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's true.
So it's really not the most like impactful. Like if there hadn't been the local rumors, it would have been. But
yeah.
it
It would have put some pressure on Dracula on this move if they had discovered him in Marseilles.
So he's going to Zurich. Not surprised about that. He'll be going to Marseille, I expect.
Yeah. Well, he's in Spain now.
Apparently. So now Van Helsing goes either to Nantes or Clermont-Ferrand, and May goes to the other.
Yeah.
Bats? Okay. No big deal there.
Well, he can't push him into anything, so...
So long as being clear as Clermont-Ferrand. Well,
that's what I mean. He could have waited to let the hunter search at night instead.
So therefore, what if Mia goes to Toulouse instead of Clermont-Ferrand? He's gonna if he's gonna ambush Van Helsing anyway, kind of let him and then let Van Helsing clear it.
Yeah, that's true.
Huh, interesting. He's hiding at Barcelona.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
I would have just been laying down stuff for them to run into.
Yeah. You would have gotten a longer trail if you didn't go there. Or you had to
because they can easily set up a coast guard. I disagree with that.
When was the local? But maybe when was the local rumors? Was it had he already went to Barcelona?
Yes.
So he didn't.
He himself was not revealed by it. So.
So he had less of a choice then. He might have feared it.
Well, then he honestly, I would have welcomed going to 48 then. It's one of the last two hunters that's going to move there if they move there that day. So you get one of the two weaker hunters, in a potentially one fight.
Nah, well, you could have gotten two hunters on you. Because and it would be really sad if they ignored Nantes because you had your batter to pounce on you instead.
Yeah, this could be bad for the hunters. It would appear that Van Helsing has a combat event of some sorts. And I guess it'll be a planned ambush that he's planning on using. Either that or a lucky find. I doubt it's an escape route. He wouldn't hesitate to escape from this situation.
Maybe it was a heroic leap since he decided not to use it.
I think that he wouldn't have hesitated for that. Taking out a reckless vampire for taking out two encounters in one day, that'd be quite a blessing. Okay, fangs, bait, dodged, nice.
Yeah, it's still tricky to kill Van Helsing in a night fight.
Yeah, night fight or no. Let's keep in mind that even if he gets a bite, it's Van Helsing. So.
Yeah.
So who knows? Perhaps sometime in this game, Van Helsing's other ability of he can take 2 bite tokens before he just dies.
Well, that was uneventful. Well, his hand wasn't the best.
Yeah, Gio apparently said so. And the good news
Well, if
is
Van
that,
Helsing has a stake, he hasn't lost much time at all.
no. So yeah. So
He didn't show a stake on the. No, right. The bat was the daytime.
Yeah. It wasn't a search. This was an ambush.
So he might still have one.
In truth, we actually know that we had one because before the trade, Mia was showing one, and then she switched to the horse.
Right.
Before her turn started, so therefore
Well,
we
then-
know that Van Helsing's pulling that stake.
Then I kind of disagree with pushing him into the vampire. Really killing him.
I don't know if Gio's paying that much attention to detail, but it's easy to say that from the commentator's booth. But
For sure. And at least one commentator picked up on it, if not all of us.
yeah, paying attention to that much detail, and being that educated in like game lore, so to speak. I mean, game lore is probably not the correct term, but
yeah. Well, yeah, but that's well, you should know that that if they trade, but you will have to pay attention to when they do the trade. The swap didn't happen earlier.
yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah,
how do you approach this? Do you just I would say have Mina deal with Toulouse and have Seward deal with Barcelona in case it's a double vamp.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you can always roll Seward and see what he gets. If you roll slow, he will have to do a deal with Toulouse. Maybe Barcelona as well.
Or then again, yeah, to supply, as he is in the Med Sea, and you do have a little bit of time.
That's true.
Then Mina, yeah, deals with. I would check. I would deal with Toulouse. Then again, what's to stop Van Helsing from dealing with that? So yeah, I would just send her into Barcelona. I know it's.
She's going back to.
I mean, if she gets fogged, then I mean she can still use the night trail after getting undelayed the first tonight.
She's going back to Seward.
I'm not sure I completely like that because Drac could wolf form ashore like into Madrid and not be too worried. Perhaps.
Well, maybe he has an important trade he wanna do.
Possibly. It's possible that Seward's holding onto like 2 knives or something like that. I mean, they both have horses, and Golgamic has a horse, so it's not a horse trade. Possibly Heavenly Host trade.
Yeah.
And they have CG.
That could be it.
Yeah, there's quite a few different possibilities as what it could be.
Yeah, sure.
But they've left Spain a little bit open. I mean, Van Helsing.
It's possible he has hypnosis as well. That was the
trading
reason.
Trading events. Waiting to stake it. Interesting. Okay.
Well, he has another night, but yeah, that's it has to be an important event trading. Maybe he has, like I said, maybe he has hypnosis. But
he just gave her a nice smoke screen event, where she supplies up something massive later.
Yeah, well, that's good as well. If he has a stake,
So
he can wait to the next night to do it anyway. So that's.
I would have staked first.
Yeah.
Personally. Just.
Yeah, I would have probably have stayed first too, so you could move without.
Yeah, because that next turn you could have moved him to Bordeaux or Nantes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe he has most of the good gear, so.
So that he can so that so that he can resupply the steak, and then
Yeah,
by night after moving to the big city, trade her the blood transfusion.
yeah.
So
Well,
the question is, how soon will the nitro get used, if at all?
seems, yeah, he will form. So is it back to Spain then? It's a risky move if he went into Italy.
I mean,
Or,
there's always CAG, fake wolf form into CAG, but
yeah.
then again, there is the risk of Van Helsing trading an excellent weather to Mina and Seward having one as well.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, it seems he doesn't plan to scan Italy since he's moving with the Dalmic. Well, maybe he needs him for the trail though.
Spy. Okay. Honestly, I was expecting that.
Yeah, I prefer to ambush with spies to for the bloody dogs, but I don't know if I would expect Godalming to have a dog at this point of the game.
Not to mention they're all in the discard, so of course you don't.
Are all? One, two. There's only three. Aren't there? No, there are four dogs in the discard. Sure, then you can wait tonight. Not his ticket seems already set up though, so it doesn't really matter, I suppose.
Okay, so there's a mob under the hide. And a reckless.
Vampire, yeah.
That's the real thing.
Well, if he plays it safe, he can at most take 4 damage. The problem with playing safe with a reckless is that you might get bitten more.
Alright. Can you guess what's the point?
Yeah.
Let's. So, unless I missed a stake being discarded, apart from. No, there's only 2 stakes. We know that Van Helsing's holding one.
Yeah.
Does Seward have the other one?
What have? Yeah, probably.
It could be just one of those bottom 6. So.
And that's also an option, but then he don't have too many supplies to find it.
Yeah, Seward does need to heal up somewhat. So. Jonathan Harker.
Well, that's a good one. Well, maybe.
That's good to just get in the search. Not
Yeah,
CAG.
Cagliari. Then you can scan Italy and he could be
Well,
out of it. Since he didn't scan it today, he could be out of Italy before you can get to scan it now. That's the problem. If he
yeah, just try to draw an evil presence, perhaps.
yeah.
Horsing. Careful, he could be
she
at Genoa.
She could go back to Barcelona just to get the scan, but then she's going to move in the wrong direction if he's in Italy. Maybe it's worth knowing. And then there's always an extra point for Dracula if fangs it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the knowledge, but you move in the wrong direction if you. Maybe the knowledge is wrong. It's 1 point and the knowledge right though. It's like he's thinking about going to Spain. The problem is if you go to Italy instead and you land on Dracula, then you can get his wool from
Yeah,
that.
which is, I mean, Snuff just said that he said that he's regretting clicking horses.
It
Nice.
would have been an easier choice if well, just the horse, I suppose.
What I would do is go to Venice. Yeah.
Well, he followed your advice apparently. Hey, that's a good thing to be in front of Dracula if he's in Italy.
Yeah. 3 on
Probably.
3 on 1 is
You
more
don't
than
know if he's
enough.
scared of. Yeah.
We got a steak? Yep. Van Helsing, your turn. Show us that steak. That delicious meat.
Seems like very odd if you didn't have a steak. But
Alright.
you have already
Yeah.
used to have
Tra-
one.
now the trail is cleared, barring
Yeah.
his current location.
Well, he should be more likely to be in Spain, right? Because you're going to.
It's more likely,
Spain
but at
and
the same
Italy.
time, what do you do after Spain?
Yeah,
And
that's
the longest you can realistically stay in Spain is after a wolf run to Madrid, going to Lisbon or Cadiz,
maybe
and,
you can get
and then going right back out to sea.
you can get in at least 2 trade spots, and then you go to sea, so then you can have your wolf from back.
Yeah, but even these two is somewhat daring. And the fact that Seward took so much damage is good, but
Yeah.
but if Van Helsing has a sense of emergency, well, there's nowhere particularly safe. So therefore, maybe you just have to take something of a gamble and try for Genoa, Zurich, Geneva.
Yeah.
Try for somewhere a little bit more daring.
It gives you better options, but
In the long term, yeah. In the short term, it's more risky, but in the long term,
I see.
and sometimes that's just what you have to do
Yeah.
to have much chance.
We just hope they don't trigger renewed vigor. Because if they do, they're probably gonna check for those spots to see if you're brave enough so they can kill you.
I'm not sure what they intend to use the speed. What Snuff intends to use the speed telegraph for? Okay, just have Mina and Van Helsing check
Yeah, right.
a couple.
Yeah.
Well, Milan actually was a place where he couldn't be, as that's where one of them was standing. Oh, he's setting it up so that they can scan. But you don't need a speed telegraph to do that, as without a renewed vigor to go along with it. Yeah, I'm afraid that appears to be a little bit wasted. I would have Seward rest, personally. Okay, his supply works too. Local rivers.
That's well.
Yeah.
That could have been useful if you went to 48. 48 is also a bold spot to go to, but
they actually Spain, can't have been there yet.
Well, he could have evolved from to 48. Hoping that
I'm
if they
referring
went
to 8.
into Spain. Alright.
He could have gone to 48, yes, but and it's not yet ruled out.
You can hope that the hunters jump over you when they go into Spain. But it's a risky spot if they roll badly. As they have the perfect setup already.
Yeah.
They haven't rolled any bad rolls so far, but it could still be a bad ticket in there somewhere.
Yeah, the problem is, the problem for Mina scanning is that at this point he'll have had the chance to move out as well. He could be at Munich or Nuremberg right now, or for that matter,
Well,
at Strasbourg.
yeah, but you know that the first spot at least is Zurich, or you ruled out Genoa. Unless he would double back to Marseille's, but I don't think that's a possible move for him.
Yeah, that would just be like, well, no, because after he made that move, or I suppose he could have in theory, but that's just, why would you?
Yeah, for sure.
Why would you do that and not go to Florence? Granted, Florence is a nuke spot.
Yeah, but you kind of have to take that risk at that point.
Although, it makes me wonder, why didn't they CG like all the Spaniards force after the wolf form and put a token in Madrid, force him back towards them?
Yeah.
That's definitely an opportunity. And I suppose Alicante was open, but he could have gone not to them, but like he could have like gone to Alicante to put down a fog.
Yeah.
That would last longer. But well, I will see what happens. But until I check Zagreb, until I check Munich, and Sarajevo, I really can't rule it out. Okay, so yeah, either that or check the Spaniard locations. Okay, so he is here in Spain, and me and Lugano went on a wild goose chase. So this has worked out for Drac, although at least for now. Check Santander, perhaps? No. You don't want to walk on him. Yeah. Mina rolls a 2. Toulouse is now Lair. Will he remember that?
Well, he's...
the fact that he's hesitating seems to say yes.
Yeah, yes. He rolled and then he checked and then he had to make a decision.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
Bats.
Oh no. that's an excellent issue for bats.
Yeah. Yep, that was definitely a good bats there. Snuff has acknowledged the fact.
Yeah. At least there isn't another layer to push her into.
I mean, there will be, actually. Or
well,
no.
She would move before.
Yeah, she'll move before he does. So.
Yeah.
So it's the best you can do is possibly push her into Saragossa or something, or Barcelona, so that's a little bit more out of the way.
Yeah. I would expect she push her back to Clermont-Ferrand.
The thing about that is that would put her closer to the coast. To the coast where he will likely be heading. By pushing her into Barcelona and Saragossa, he can go to South Atlantic tonight, and without them being able to, and therefore it'll be a little bit harder, like with possibility of slow rolls and such, to do this and that.
Yeah.
Okay. Very well. I did.
And unless she's clearing the trail, she won't just want to get back to either Barcelona or Marseille anyway to find the next local rumors.
Well, how many? We both have both local rumors have happened, but there's still both evil presences.
Yeah.
That could happen. So I would definitely. I mean, with me a delayed and then Helsing. I
Yeah,
would.
you can probably stay one day more in Spain.
Well, the rail connections are very good there, so
Yeah.
I think that if you do stay, you.
200 could kill you, so it's a risk.
Yeah. Okay.
I would assume he's in Cadiz and just hoping Van Helsing doesn't have. At least if he could be hiding in Cadiz.
Renew. Yeah. Well,
Rumor
no.
could really be a bluff.
Hyde isn't off the trail yet.
All right, yes, for sure. Then that's kind of risky if.
Yeah.
If Van Helsing has a
Sense of emergency or RV. Which,
Yeah.
considering that it paused quite a bit on the Dawn part, I suspect that they have one, but they decided against it.
Yeah. Well, it kind of feels like a bluff anyway. Now maybe it's a fog on the rumor.
Mayhaps.
Or he's just bold. He's expecting you won't dare come here.
I would have moved Golan closer to the like North Atlantic and such this turn. Oh, evil presence. What do you know? Okay, yeah, but that doesn't. And that narrows it down in the sense that it's not Santander. That does narrow it down that small bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, it would have told us that he's adjacent to Van Helsing as well.
Yeah.
So that didn't do nothing, but
No.
it definitely could have been better. Oh,
Oh no! No.
Lol.
Well, that sucked. Losing both of them.
Yeah, losing both proxy events that could have been triggered to like identify what season he went to later.
Yeah. It has the hired scouts and allies left to find the landing.
Also, the remaining newspapers would also do the job.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you can now rest of the way.
So he didn't search Madrid.
Not yet, no. And we know that all the stakes were in the discard before he reshuffled the deck.
That's true.
It's quite possible he's looking for one of the stakes again.
Yeah, he has a few days to find it.
Yeah,
he will be doing a lot of supplying, I suppose.
And yeah, this is definitely the sort of time where you want to try to take advantage of him being right next to you and such. I definitely would have moved Goldaming somewhat closer because if Dracula stays now, I Dracula stay one more day laying down the hide card, so that the Ed can fall off the trail.
Yeah.
So that he goes either way. And then again, he can go to South Atlantic and will fall off the trail tomorrow anyway.
Yeah.
Then on the other hand, Drac knows that they have a money trail, so
Well, yeah,
if he's been paying enough attention,
I
at
would say
least.
that's kind of, yeah, he's in Cadiz stuff. That's kind of, well, very most likely in Cadiz.
Yeah,
Just because you felt safer.
Lisbon, then Cadiz. Had to guess.
Not like Granada, like Cadiz.
I I don't think that he would have risked Granada. Not when not when they're not that when they've gone through almost the full at the time almost the full item deck and haven't thrown away heavenly hosts.
That's true.
As that is yet another nuke spot.
Yeah, okay, he threw away bullets. Otherwise, well, depending if maybe this doesn't have a gun or a rifle. Otherwise, you could just stay such, and if it's not a really bad vampire, you could kill
Okay,
it that way.
setting Vet and Helsingin to help out.
Yeah,
I suspect that it's an aristocratic, since he hasn't ambushed yet.
well, it could be a not a reckless. What's the other one? The new vampire.
Yeah. They've left North Atlantic. They left the path to Britannica a little too open for my liking.
Yeah, it's very more tempting to go in that direction now.
If they're gonna know which way to go, I would go.
Oh, he found a stake.
Okay.
Well,
Nice.
he might miss it for the next vampire though, if it is a vampire.
And possibly Van Helsing found like another one and is training that to him now.
Well, he was lucky, kind of lucky to find them that early down.
Well, there's four of them. Chances of finding one when there were like 26 items to draw from.
Finding one is high, but finding two on the first 6 cards seems. Gonna get me some water. I'll be back in a minute. And I'm back. Well, he needs to go at least one more C spot. I would expect.
Well,
Well, yeah. Well, landing for the South Atlantic seems really bad.
yeah, at least without wolf form.
Yeah.
If he had wolf form, I might say possibly go to Bordeaux, or or pretend to go to Bordeaux, because it would almost certainly like renewed vigor get everyone there, while you just sit Saragossa and laugh at them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Looks as if I called it Lisbon and then Cadiz.
for sure. They mitigated the chance of
Yeah, they've been
missing
drawing
a.
information events plenty, but not all that much. But it's definitely. Ooh, I would say that for number 3. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Especially since he went to, you could. It was more likely he was going north, so I think waiting one day might have.
yeah. Hmm.
At least you can get the start moving.
Yeah. Until the sea moving now, until he spent that, then, uh, I was thinking that this was going in the hunter's favor, but now, I think that Geo may well take this. Uh, but you know these games, they can just swing back and forth.
Well, there is still allies in the discard pile. Maybe he has
He may have surprising turn.
surprising return. Yeah. And he have chosen not to get Rufus. Instead, he want to be able to search with them.
Yeah, if he only has one, that might be valid.
Yeah.
Since you have the money trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, the money trail tell you which sea, and therefore you can unearth the wolf form. But that being said, if you're a Drac, do you now just wolf form to Dublin to lay something down there?
Well.
Going to Cadiz first and not Lisbon first. Interesting. I suspect Lisbon is the soil.
Yeah. Or something to delay them if you went there first.
Yeah, but even a fog, that wouldn't delay him long enough. It's not quite.
Dracula didn't know exactly how much time he needed to delay them.
Yeah, so honestly, it's quite possible that that's a fog. So I'd say that Lisbon is either a soil or a fog.
Yeah, a soil is always good. For more cartridge, just healing.
Wax cylinders. Ah, nice. He's gonna take a peek at what Lisbon really is. It's a fog. So therefore, once you deal with Cadiz, step in there so that he can't lair it, or do you make it be in a lair that he can return to later? That's an interesting question. After all, Van Helsing will be under supply. Like if he has another stake, to deal with this one. How many fighter vamps are left? One of each type. So only 2. There's still 2 possible aristocratics.
Yeah, maybe you just move there and see if he ambushes or not. If he doesn't, you can stay there until the discard pile has Dracula pile has reshuffled.
Yeah, reshuffle and then search the lair.
Yeah.
While you're resupplying there. So you can't use that so that he doesn't get access to that fog again.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or you can always just sit there. That also will also prevent him from going back to it. Well, technically it doesn't, so if you already have a fog there.
Yeah, which is why you would want to search it. Because then you have fog ready and waiting, and you can lay something else down.
Yeah. Well, I expect another sea move.
I'm considering that you spent a money trail. Do you Wolfhorn to
Yeah.
Dublin?
Nah, I would move once more now since it gives me a lot more ports to land in.
I would go Channel. Or possibly
Yeah, that,
Irish. I would go Irish, actually, now that I
yeah,
think of it, and have London, and then Wolfhorn
yeah, he
restore to
can't.
London. So that
Yeah,
if you get forced off by CG, you're not
it is the risk that he can't money trail Irish Sea, so it's like a kind of a good move at the moment.
Yeah, what's more, you might catch Seward by surprise with him excellent weathering on.
Yeah.
Unless Van Helsing, like, just found a stake, this vampire here is gonna mature. Unless he simply fights it out tonight.
I assume he had a stake when Seward left. Otherwise, he could have maybe Seward should have stayed and helped supply for a day or two.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
If Van Helsing does not deal with this now, then he's gonna mature the fog, place fog tokens on Cadiz, and boom. Then that will keep him from searching long enough to mature the rune token. And that will be 6, maybe 7 points.
But he didn't. Now the fog will delay Van Helsing. Will he get his night action? Yeah, he will get his next night action, I suppose. Really, does the fog delay him now?
That's only when you search them. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it doesn't delay him this way. No,
that's only when you are ambushed by it, I think.
Yeah.
Or either that. I don't know the exact detail. It's only when you ambush / search it, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so now he can't. Now he can't deal with Cadiz, and regardless of whether it's a 6 or 7 points, he's going up to at least 7. So that'll be 2 weak 4 movements. Is the win.
Yeah.
So this is looking better and better for Drac.
It felt a little odd that he went in there without. Maybe he hoped that Dracula would assume that he had a stake and he could kill him in a day fight.
Possibly. Then why didn't he search it by day? He planned to day fight it.
Well, did he have time for it? Has he been supplied once there?
4th sea move. Well, now we know that he didn't go Irish Sea. You know that he's either North Sea or English Channel.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Nor do I.
Well, he will have Cadiz there.
Yeah.
He can't kill the vampire. That's why he's doing it.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to accidentally give them like a CG nuke potential or a potential error.
Well, he could now go a 5th sea move.
Yeah, he can go if
the vampire.
He can, since North Atlantic will get wiped off, he can go back to North Atlantic. That's no use.
Oh, a 5th sea move is kind of bad because we know that's North Atlantic. But he's only a few days left so maybe he plan to stay at sea until he starts getting whatever the points are called.
Influence points.
Influence, yes.
Weak for.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, Snuff apparently forgot that he can't search in fog.
Yeah.
So that's gonna, as previously stated, that's gonna be 7 points for Dracula, and what's more, he'll get feedback one day early.
Yeah.
Although since he's not on land, that makes no difference.
Indeed. But yeah, he will get his sea zones back, so maybe he stays at sea.
I don't know.
Until Monday. Well,
there's one other thing to consider. Snuff scored 9 IDS, and Snuff is the higher seeding. If Gio wants to be able to pick for the tiebreaker match, he has to aim a little bit higher.
But the thing is, only if you enough pick, if you feel that you're equally strong on both, then pick doesn't really matter.
Yes,
then
but
then a safe win is more important. Because because we know, I don't know if our fourth move otherwise would be could have landed yesterday then.
Yeah, I would have landed yesterday. Huh?
Well, one of them dropped, so we'll have to wait a little.
We shall have to try to wonder what's happened there. Some internet hiccup, perhaps?
Yeah. Sometimes there is connection problems. Or did he? Oh, we'll find out. It seems like he's.
Apparently, Apparently, Gio mentioned to Snuff that he had a power outage last night, so that may be kicking in again.
Yeah. Well, now you can load games, so.
Yeah. So if necessary, we can save the game and come back to it later, folks.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is this is an interesting game. Yes. I'll go ahead and take a peek at Discord, see if he's like suddenly gone on offline there. Yeah, so I'd say it's like that power outage that Snuff mentioned.
Well, hopefully it's a short one.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate, but worst comes to worst, as stated, Snuff and Gio can always come back to this later. And finish it up.
I was really the first time I didn't even know it was on the table when you saw that you could save games. It was like, whoa! That's really nice to have that feature.
Yeah, very nice indeed.
I've never had to use it because the game is more stable now, so. Well, hopefully they have tested it enough.
I've used it before.
Yeah, it works great. Dracula is in a nice spot at the moment. Really the wrong point to intentionally disconnect. Don't do it when you're winning.
Yeah.
Still, there.
Because...
Still, we'll have to. We still have to survive a couple of days on land. So, well, depending if he's staying at sea.
Well, yeah, but realistically, I mean, if absolutely necessary, he can just... in truth, he can make the fifth sea move, then wolf form ashore on Ireland.
Yeah.
Because I think, and then do a hide, and I think by then, at least by the time he hides, he will, especially if he feeds first, he will have his point, have Fury of Dracula up.
Yeah, feed hide will give him.
Yeah, because he's yet to make his Friday move would be the sea. Saturday would be wolf on shore. Sunday would be feed, then hide would be his Monday move. So yeah, he could just make a play for Ireland now. It wouldn't be the most healthy, in terms of IDS, but
yeah. Well, the problem is that then you will have to stay in Ireland, because if you go to Irish Sea after that, then the hunters could have TG. Although it depends if it kills you or not. Yeah, if it doesn't kill you, it's fine. He has 9 now, so 8, 7, 10. No, yeah, he could. CG won't kill him. Well, even a short power outage, you could expect it to 15 minutes, I would say.
Yeah. This could easily take quite a while.
Yep.
Do you think that the hunters have a CG? Well, with 36 left, that's oh yeah, they have like over a 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Huh, the hunters might also want to do a couple of night spies if they don't. The fact I would be willing to wager that they have either a CG or at least one RV. Because 1 out of 3 cards after slightly over half the deck, at least 1, yeah. I'm sorry, folks. Anyone who's watching this live, I'll likely end up cutting this out of the live, out of the all this just power, presumably power outage, from the uh, it, uh, I'll likely be cutting this out of the video once this is all done. But, well, it is what it is. And what it is a very interesting Dracula game. What's that? He's over in Europe, same time zone as Sconsword, so. Yeah. From what I believe. Let's just. Well, I suppose for the time being, if we can just sit back and wait, relax a bit. don't know. Yeah, so I mean getting to pick, like with that sort of thing, getting to pick can definitely be influential. Like for myself, in the event Strider defeats Terminus again in the match they're having late tonight, uh, and therefore he ends up being my opponent for the quarterfinal. He and I, when we met in both the first rounds and the second, it was whoever was Drac wins. So I'm, yeah. So obviously I'll likely pick Drac, being the higher seeding, regardless which one of them gets through. I'll likely pick Drac since I got 7 out of 8 Drac wins. Drac games won. And the only and the yeah, and that's the thing where players who are like outstanding in one faction and it's at least, but much less but far a good deal less so in the other. They have it kind of is what balances out for players like kind of myself. I'm a reasonable hunter for sure, but it's definitely not of the caliber of like folks like Pizza Wizard, Scott Sword, and so on. When it comes to hunting, but in terms of Dracula play, I mean the only you yourself were the only person who managed to hunt me down, and that took rather extreme circumstances, and I still nearly won. Yeah, just a little bit less luck, and I would have had it, and I would have had a pure 8 out of 8. So, so far as Drac play, so my Drac play, is quite possibly like second to none this tournament. Pizza Wizard also got 7 out of 8, but he was hunted down once. I don't know whether it was such spectacular circumstances as yours, like. So therefore, is that Geo getting back in or? Excellent. Good. He is reloading. He is reloading now. Good. That means that it should be just fine. It should be just fine. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, in that case, we can switch back to the real screen. All right. So, so long as there's been more than enough time for it to have to let Geo back in. As you know, that sometimes the game will say, but that's when everyone leaves and you reload the lobby. That's when you use that. That's when you use that feature. In any event. As I was saying, everyone I face in the knockouts will have to face me with me as Dracula at some point. Yeah. So therefore, and since I've had such great Drac performance, I'm evading even Scott's sword when we faced. Yeah. Well, chances are I will get 1 win per knockout round.
Yeah. Well, if you have a easier choice than if you get to pick.
Yeah, which I will up until I face either Scott Sword or Pizza Wizard, as I scored 3rd.
Well, you have to play both sides anyway. For
yes, for the initial game.
It's IDS that will determine the final pick. If I
yes. But so long as I score a high IDS Drac victory, and then just makes Dracula have to go to sea several times, it may not be that hard for me to just outperform their Drac,
Yeah.
and then beat Drac again. I mean, a weird way to win a world championship that's about not only Drac
Yeah,
but hunters, but
yeah, sure.
everyone
I'm,
plays to their strengths, you know?
I think I'm leaning a little more towards hunters, but it seems I don't think I really care that much if my opponent gets to pick for me, unless they are really stronger in the one side themselves.
Yeah, I yeah, I don't really care about picking the first game. It's about the last
Yeah,
game that
yeah.
matters.
The first game is for sure. You're gonna play both sides anyway,
Yeah,
unless you think you can. Well, you will have a little psychological advantage, I suppose. You
yeah.
win the first game.
Okay, so yeah, Geo is at least loading up the game, but will it let him into the lobby? That's the question.
Yeah. Well, he will have to go get into the lobbies, and then the game will have to load to this point. At least earlier, it took a while to, if you have played for a while, to get really into the game. You have to replay the game on your computer.
All right, Geo. Looks like Geo's back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he isn't white yet, but he is on his way back. I'm not sure if he will be able to see that because he's still yellow. We'll find out.
We'll see. Alright, he's white. He's white again, so let the game continue. Thanks for the delay. That's not exactly the best way to phrase that. You. Geo's English is not the best. But yeah, that's better. Sorry for the delay. Yep, these things happen.
His
All
English
right.
is much stronger than my Spanish, that's for sure.
Alright, on we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course it's basically the winner of this series is your opponent. You do know that,
Yeah.
yes?
Yeah.
Do you have any particular preference which one of them you face?
Well, I will be facing the stronger opponent either way, so. But I don't. I
Either
haven't.
that or the luckier opponent.
Well, that's true. I haven't played too much with either of them, so I can't really. I don't really have a preference. No, we'll find out
Yeah,
the hard way. Can make it through them.
Yeah, they're both tough. I mean, Geo managed to evade me. That was my one loss in the second round.
Yeah.
And as for Snuff, well, I didn't face him during the league phase at all. So, but I faced him in times past.
Yeah, I think
He's definitely tough.
I might have played at least one
All
game
right.
against each of them. Maybe not in.
Is it a new vampire or is it more? It is a new vampire, but that raises him up to 7, so that's only 2. It's still
Yeah.
it'll raise him to only 2.
Yeah.
FOD.
Could still have a vampire lair.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, but you should definitely land today.
Well,
Unless you
No,
want to go North Atlantic.
yeah. I think he's going again. So yeah, either like you suggested that he go to Ireland, or the other option is that he just stays to sea until he starts scoring.
Yeah, stay at sea, 2 more seas, and then land. Yeah, he actually. What he could actually go South Atlantic Mediterranean, land at Caget, and then hide, and that would give him all the points he needs.
Yeah. And they won't know he's there for sure because he could go back to English Channel, North Sea or something, North Sea, English Channel.
Oh, there goes the second fog.
Oh,
So
I don't know.
Hunters know he's out of fog now.
Yeah, well, they still have to land on him somehow.
Yeah. The problem with that is while it's a win, which is the more important thing, is even if he sneaks in a feed, it'll only be equal IDS to what Snuff got if he goes as far as Mediterranean.
Yeah.
So I might aim for the Ireland play. The thing is that North Sea and English Channel are the 2 seas that are still on, and the 3 seas that are on the trail are English Channel, North Sea, and North Atlantic. So yeah, I would wolf form to Dublin next, then feed. I mean, so long as they don't CG you off, that is.
Yeah, if you feel getting the pick is a priority, the Ireland seems like the good play. But
it may well be worth it. I think
if you feel that the pick isn't important, then it might just be safer to stay at sea. Still, even Ireland will be quite safe. Well, depending on exactly what the hunters are coming up with.
Yeah, and they're drawing. They just drew 4 more events.
We'll find out if it's well, it doesn't have to be Ireland, but because faking Ireland seems brave. If he's landing, I would think it's Ireland. I think he's staying at sea. For what I'm betting on, he will do 2 more sea moves.
And we'll see.
That's one on that. There's really no point not to a second now, I would say.
Yeah, just head for CAG.
Yeah, that's the safe spot, especially if the hunters doesn't move to threaten it.
Well, the thing is that they should know that he isn't anywhere up north.
No, he could be back. Right, yes. What's on the trail right now?
A mix, North and North Sea and English Channel, then North Atlantic, South Atlantic. We know precisely where he is.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, okay, that's.
So therefore, they should be moving a little bit further south.
Yeah.
At least Line and Seward should.
Suppose they could wait one day.
Seward definitely could wait one day, as it could be Irish Sea.
Yeah. They can wait one day and then move tomorrow, I suppose. If we do tomorrow if he moves one more sea space.
real hazard is if someone goes to Marseille, and then like if Mina were to horse to Marseille now, and excellent weather to stand on the cag to block it.
Yeah, that's a thing to do, I suppose. Still, that's one less hunter on land, and he can
Use that to his
wolf
advantage.
for lots of places from Mediterranean.
Yep. Yeah, today really should have been spent moving at least Goldaming south, possibly a tad west. Now there's no proxy events left. Bullying, and there's no money trail anymore. So, what about? So what do they do now? If they are,
Well, yeah. Problem is, yeah, they can't get to glory with a renewed vigor unless they use trains, and then excellent weather.
yeah,
At best, Godalming, and Mina could get there, but it doesn't sound like they have had 3-2 tickets. Feels like the 3-2 tickets are in the bag. Yeah.
we have a forewarned showing on Mina.
Yeah. Well, that's.
He's possibly showing that because both fogs are in the discard. And therefore, that's definitely not the most important thing.
Well, it tells Dracula that he should definitely put down a vampire to damage him if a hunter arrives.
Yeah, to protect himself.
He's gonna put out vampire anyway, but because he doesn't have a fog. But even without the forewarned, I suppose.
It is possible that he doesn't have one because that the third reckless could be one of the bottom 3 cards in theory. Yeah.
So, do you vote for to Cagliari? Well,
it's one more E space before he's in med.
All right, yes.
He's in South Atlantic right now. South Atlantic or Irish. Okay. Wolf Warring now to possibly keep the obfuscation of Irish versus South.
Yeah.
Okay, I can understand that at least. Yeah, now he can feed, and if someone finds him, potentially he can heal up more.
Well, my money is on England.
Yeah, especially since Madrid is still a lair. I reckon this will most likely be. The thing is, wherever he is, they can make him cause him to do an air. If they have CG.
Yeah.
Yeah, and possibly nuke him if he chose Granada from South Atlantic.
Yeah.
But that would probably be the last place they'd choose, wouldn't it?
Well, they can.
If they
spot,
this is the time to start. If you have more than one renewed vigor, if you have both renewed vigors, now it's the time to strength one of them. That's for sure. As you only have 2 more days.
I think if he's in Spain, he can for certain be killed with CG. either nuking or just forcing him into hunters. Question is if he has excellent weather or not.
Yeah. Speed telegraph, and if you have any vigor, I would do it. Surprising return.
Well, you want to do that before you do.
Yeah, I would.
I would. Of course, you technically you want to do it before the speedy telegraph as well. But I suppose maybe he's pulling the trigger either way, whether he hits or not with the.
I would search Galway. In case he chose Ireland.
But if she picked Ireland,
okay.
I think if he picked Ireland, he might as well just have Wolf from the Dublin as well, because it doesn't really matter if this.
Well, except he would have been Wolfhorn from Irish Sea.
Yeah, but you can fake Wolf from Dublin as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. This could very. In fact, it's probably the better move to do a fake Wolfhorn now. Because practically all of these are on the trail, wherever you are. Chartered carriage from Godalming. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get to Saragossa with that.
But maybe he has hypnosis. He's gonna.
Yeah, I would guess that's the case. Hypnosis, and he's in Britannica. But he didn't go to London. Somewhere in Britannica.
Well, hopefully he has excellent weather. Otherwise, he will have a hard time to do anything.
Well, that's not necessarily true, because English Channel is still on the trail. At best, for Dracula, it's currently the thing that will slide off in 2 days. So if he moves to London now, if moves to London today, English Channel will slide off, and therefore CG won't kill. It'll force him to see, but it won't kill.
Yeah, I suppose you can just try to kill him with CG by guessing right.
Yeah, you know he's somewhere in Britannica. And then, would they really be all this far through the deck and not have a excellent weather somewhere? Okay, Van Helsing's trying to steward something.
But I assume it's the excellent weather then.
Most likely.
There's really no other card that's really useful at this point.
That's it. Alright. That's what they're doing, alright. So he knows that he's not in London. He knows that there's no fog left.
Yeah, so do you check? Yeah, well, you have three spots to check. Who would you go for?
What I would do is feed, actually, because that means that if they do CG, so long as they don't guess the right spot with CG, I would feed his Drac so that if they do guess the right spot tomorrow, which they almost certainly will, it won't kill you.
Yeah.
And then you can just land again, and then hide. Game over.
Then there's a greater chance that the sword will find you and kill you if they don't have CG. Of course, a 1v versus 1 is kind of hard. The hunters.
Yeah. If that happens, then you just play strength all the time.
So
Yeah.
Do you kill him? Do you do?
I would put the CG token on Galway since Seward's on London. Reason for this is if he chose to fake wolf form to Dublin. If he's at Galway, you'll know. If he chose to fake wolf form to Dublin, he's gonna error eventually anyway because IRC won't come off the trail in time.
You could put the two heavily host in Ireland and then put the. I would put the consecrated ground somewhere in England. You can always put the last two heavenly spots you have in Ireland if you haven't found them in England. I would if he has four spots to put down. I would put the first two in the mainland England.
Well, it's precisely because Seward is there. That I wouldn't. I would put the permanent one where Seward can't get to.
Well, if he is, he will die if he's in Galway or Dublin if you put the last two there. He's only 6 hit points. That's little.
Yeah.
Put two in well, either Swansea or Liverpool. You will have to guess at this point, and then oh, wrong. Swansea or Liverpool. Well,
they surely have. They surely have all the hosts on different people at this point. They've been through the whole item deck and most of it since.
But they could be someone can sit on 2 of them though if he's unlucky.
Well, Glam's shown one. Seward's shown one. Okay, didn't go there.
Now you need to put it in Ireland because.
Yeah, now you put it in Dublin. If he's in Swansea, he can hide there. And then you're forced to engage in 1-on-1. Mina has the last one. Okay. Basically, everyone but Van Helsing has one.
Yeah. Yeah, if we no.
It's Dublin.
Yeah,
and now this is why I would have put. If you're gonna do it this way, you need to put the permanent one in Galway. Now he simply hides. Now he hides, and then once the one in Galway fades away.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
go there.
Yeah. That's true. That's putting the first one in Galway. So yeah, either you need to put 2 in Ireland or the first one in Galway.
Yeah. So, yeah, this game is gonna go to Geo unless they have the second one bigger and another excellent weather on Gul'daming or Mina. That way, one of them can confront him.
Yeah, I think right. Because you didn't really need to put it in.
Okay, they don't have the RV, so.
Yeah, you didn't need to put this one here because he would have to. Move into you today, so at least you would have a day fight to kill him.
No, he would have hidden at Swansea. He wanted to prevent him.
Oh, right, yes. No, right, yes, you're true. He and then the day move doesn't matter.
All right.
Yeah.
This. Yeah, if Mia doesn't do anything, it's just GG. Game over. It looks as if Gio is gonna force the last round. And here's the thing, Gio could be a bit greedy and feed. But that wouldn't be enough IDS. It would match Snuff's IDS of his Drac run, but since Snuff has the higher seeding, he'd get to pick anyway.
Well, he was
GG well played both. GG well played both.
He played well. He was a little bit unlucky on that.
He also made a bad mistake considering Cadiz. That was 6 points that
Yeah,
then
yeah.
again, Van Helsing alone versus a new vampire, that's unlikely.
Yeah, yeah.
If he had kept Stewart around, maybe. But
Well, yeah, yeah. I thought he for sure that he would have a stake since the sword left.
okay, congrats on on force in game 3, which I have the pleasure of announcing that's happening later today. So by the end, it. By the end of the day, MG, you will know who your opponent will be. Well, anyone who's been watching this, anyone who may have been watching this, thanks for, if you stay tuned, later today at, let me see, 17:45 UTC, 12:45, Eastern Time, game 3 will happen for the tiebreaker. Snuff will get pick a side, but Gio has at the very least gotten this victory, forcing Snuff to go for a third round. Yeah, that last round was gonna decide it one way or the other. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was an interesting game.
Well, yeah. Very well played, both of them. And there were some questionable things on both sides, but in the end, it came out with Gio on top.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I will be able to catch the next game. So, but if you're recording it, I will.
I intend to. Yeah.
Yeah, I will watch it before I learn the result. so maybe I learn the result not today because it depends when I watch it. But
you'll learn the result by the end of the day, one way or another.
Only if my opponent PMs me and asks for a date for a game.
Swansea. Not if he was in Swansea. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, folks. See you all next time. Bye. Thanks for joining me, Angie. Till next time.